what are we teaching? Black, Hispanic, and Latino history according to the Bible. Right? The Incas. You an Inca? You familiar with that?
Yeah.
Okay. You believe in the Bible at all?
Yes, sir.
Okay, you do. Right? You said that with some confidence. Where are the Incas in the Bible?
Not sure.
Where are white people in the Bible?
They're not.
They're not? Okay. That's a good statement. You said white people are not in the Bible. So who are those white people that are in Israel right now? Do you know? Visitors. They're strangers. All right? That's actually our land. Our land. We're supposed to be over there. Right? Did you ever went to like a Christian church? Did they tell you what the history of the Incas are? What the Incas should be doing if they want to make it to the kingdom of heaven? No? That's interesting because that should be the main reason why we go into church, to find out how we make it to the kingdom of heaven. Right? So let's find out what Jesus said we got to do to make it to the kingdom of heaven. What's your name, big bro? Benjamin. That's a good, solid name. Let me show you, man. That's one of your brothers is named Benjamin, right? So check this out, right? See this right here? That's one of the 12 tribes of Israel. Right? That's one of the 12 tribes. Right? But we think that's white people names. It's an Israelite name. It's a Hebrew name. Right? Means son of the right. Read what you got.
Matthew chapter 19 and verse 16. And behold, one came and said unto him, Good master, what good thing shall I do that I may have eternal life?
So this is the big question. What good things should I do that I may make it to the kingdom of heaven, have eternal life? That's what we should all be asking the Christian church, right? And the Christian church should be saying what Jesus Christ said, right? Right? They shouldn't be saying their own thing. They should be saying what Christ said, right? Read on.
And he said unto him, Why callest thou me good? There is none good but one, that is God. But if thou wilt enter into life, keep the commandments.
He said what?
Keep the commandments.
If I want to enter into life, I should do what?
Keep the commandments.
Now, when we go to the church, are we learning to keep the commandments? You guess so, right? So what are some of the commandments you learned in the Christian church that you said you visited?
Not to kill.
Okay.
Not to commit adultery.
Okay.
Not to steal.
Okay.
Not to lie.
Not to lie. Okay. Those are good commandments. But you know what's interesting about those, right? Those are the commandments that if you apply those things, if you commit those things, break those things, someone will punch you in the face for it, right? If you kill, you can be attacked. If you steal, you can be attacked, right? So everybody knows those.
Right.
Everybody, the government will tell you don't kill, don't steal, right? But the government ain't the Christian church, right? They're not supposed to be the providers of the information out of this Bible, right? What about have no other God before me, right? Are they teaching that?
Some do.
Some do, right? What about keeping the Sabbath day holy?
I feel like that's maybe not as much.
And those are the basic. Those are the basic ones, right? But we know not to kill, not to steal because we went to public school. Because we watch TV. We know it's not good to kill and steal, right? The Christian church isn't saying we shouldn't kill, we shouldn't steal. They're not pulling up on the pulpit and saying that. You know what they're doing? They're taking tithing money. They take tithe at your church? Yeah, absolutely. There wasn't no hesitation. You didn't even have to think about that, right? So why is it that they're applying that, but they're not applying the Sabbath day? They're not telling nobody to not keep Christmas. Christmas is pagan. It's of the devil, and the Bible tells you that. But the Christian church, they're going to have a reef up soon. They might have a Christmas tree in the back. They might have an extra Christmas service. You understand? Right? Get Deuteronomy 28 verse 15. I'm going to show you what not doing all those commandments results for our people. Right? How it results, right? Give me Deuteronomy 28 verse 15. Read.
Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 15. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe, to do all his commandments, and his statutes, which I command in this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
Now give me Christmas, right?
So God said, Benjamin, you being an Inca, being an Israelite, he said, if you're not doing all the commandments that I said, right, then curses is going to come upon you and overtake you, right? Is curses a good thing or a bad thing?
Bad thing.
It's a bad thing, straight up, right? So God said, I'm going to curse you if you don't keep my commandments. Now I want you to listen to this. Jeremiah chapter 10, read.
Jeremiah chapter 10 and verse 1. Hear ye the word which the Lord speaketh against you. O house of Israel.
This is God talking to the house of Israel, his people, these people, and giving them instruction or commandments, right? Read.
Thus saith the Lord, learn not the way of the heathen.
You know what a heathen is, Benjamin?
People who don't believe, who don't follow, or
People that's not of the children of Israel.
Right.
That's what the Bible is. The Bible is telling you those heathens are people that have not been brought into a covenant by blood with me, the children of Israel. The people that Moses took out of Egypt, those are the children of Israel. Everyone else is a heathen, according to the Bible.
Right.
And God is saying, don't learn the way of the heathen. Right? Read.
Learn not the way of the heathen, and be not dismayed at the signs of heaven.
Right.
For the heathen are dismayed at them.
All right, listen good.
For the customs of the people are vain.
He said the customs of the people are vain, meaning they not going to profit you nothing if you do these customs. It's not going to be good for you. It's not going to be a benefit for you to do these customs. Now, listen to the custom, right? Read.
For one cutteth a tree out of the forest, the work of the hands of the workmen with the axe.
So an axe man goes into the forest and he cut out a tree out of the forest, right? Read.
The work of the hands of the workmen with the axe.
Right.
They deck it with silver and with gold.
Then they take this tree that they got out the forest and they deck it with silver and with gold, right? Read.
They fasten it with nails and with hammers, that it move not.
And then they put nails and hammers to it so that way the tree don't fall over, right? Read on.
They are upright as the palm tree.
And he's telling you it's upright like a palm tree, right? What custom are we describing here?
building, or
Say, read it again, right? Listen carefully, right? Listen carefully. We can't afford to not hearken. God said you need to listen, right? Read.
Jeremiah chapter 10 and verse 3. For the customs of the people are vain. For one cutteth a tree out of the forest, the work of the hands of the workmen with the axe.
He's describing the custom. Somebody is cutting a tree out of the forest, an axe man, right? Read.
They deck it with silver and with gold.
Now they taking that tree and they decorating it with silver and with gold. Read.
They fasten it with nails and with hammers, that it move not.
Right.
They are upright as the palm tree.
And the tree is upright like a palm tree, right? It is nailed down so it don't sway back and forth. It don't fall over. What custom do we do that reminds you of that? Christmas trees.
Right.
You seem confused about it, but it's plain, right? You're going to see in a couple of weeks, people going to start putting them on top of their car. They're going to get it out the forest, right? They're going to put it in their house. They're going to put a tree stand, and they're going to tighten it with the nails so it don't move back and forth, and they're going to decorate it with silver and gold. Right? God said, don't do that.
Right.
But what is everybody going to do come December? What do you think they're going to be doing? You think they're going to be reading this in the church?
no.
Nah, they not. So they're going to lie to you. Now, if you commit this idolatrous act, which is the worship of another God, what is God going to say? What is God going to do? Huh? He going to curse you. He going to curse you. And you know what happened? That happened already. You want to know when it happened? When we got the memo? Right here. Come look. Right? We got historical evidence. Now, these is artifacts showing what we used to be, right? We went off into idolatry, right? Worship of other gods. Look who God sent against us to curse us, right? Now we don't have none of our old customs. Look at these old artifacts. This is the 10 Commandments written in Hebrew in New Mexico. Whoa! You understand? How come you ain't learning that in the church? How come you ain't learning that? Who you think wrote that if it's in New Mexico? You thought we was up here playing games with you. Our people are the children of Israel.
Right.
Our people, and that's why they put us down so much. That's why they come against us so hard. Right? That's why when we go to their church, they must teach us incorrectly.
Right.
Because if we do keep the commandments of God, listen to this. You can put it down, sir. 28 verse 1. Listen to this real quick, right? Benjamin, I need you to listen good. Listen good, right? Read. Listen what happens when we do keep God's commandments, right? Read.
Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 1. And it shall come to pass, if thou shalt hearken diligently unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe and to do all his commandments, which I command you this day, that the Lord thy God will set thee on high above all nations of the earth.
Wow. So God said, if you do my commandments, I am going to set you on high above all nations of the earth.
What is a nation?
Nation is men leading by example. Nation is family.